Orthopedic Rehab Specialist presents the News 10 Sports Blitz.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome into the Sports Blitz. I'm Kellan, buddy. That's Fred Human. Fred, we're whittling down to the last few teams here in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, Kellan, I'm Fred Human and always have been, as I like to say. And we have three of our teams with a sight set on a trip to Motown next weekend for the state finals, including one of the teams playing in the game you were at, right, Kellan?
Yeah, that's right. The DeWitt Panthers hosting Muskegon a chilly afternoon at Lansing Catholic. The Panthers lost to Muskegon in last year's semifinals, looking for some revenge today. All defense here. You see the Panthers getting the fumble. That turns into an offensive chance for DeWitt and a touchdown run from Andrew Debris, trucking his way into the end zone. Panthers up 7-0 in the third quarter. Muskegon with a fourth down chance in the fourth quarter. Amari Crowley's pass caught by Miles Walton. The refs say, though, he was out of bounds. So the Panthers get the ball and they move down the field quickly. This caps off Tyler Holtz. He won't be taken down into the end zone for the score, getting some help from his lineman. All the Panthers would need is a defensive stop, and it's Andrew Debris again. He's got the interception. That seals the deal. DeWitt heading to Ford Field for the first time since 2013. They'll face defending champions River Rouge. Thanks a lot, Natalie. So the DeWitt Panthers heading to Ford Field. That's going to be an exciting one. We'll be there. We'll have coverage right here on WILX a week from tonight.
Yeah, 4 local teams playing on January 16th. It was great.
Who would have thought? We'll take football whenever we can get it. Well, that's another blitz for us tonight. That's Fred Human. I'm Kellan Buddy. Maureen, back to you.
News 10's Kellan Buddy joins us live from Hazlet, and Kellan, one local team has found a way to scratch that itch.
Yeah, that's right. And one of the East Side Stars alumni decided one day to test the ice here at Lake Lansing. 20 minutes later, they had cleared this whole thing off to make an outdoor rink. And now just for the last 4 straight days, the East Side Stars are taking hockey back to its deepest roots.
It was a resounding yes, we want to play. We need the ice time and we want to have fun. I love the indoor rinks, but there's just something about being outside and in the fresh air and having the wind blow past. And, you know, we forget about COVID for a little while out here.
It's tough because you don't really know when you can start. You don't know how it's going to be able to, you don't know how you're going to be able to play.
It's been taken away from them and it's been dangled in front of their face and we're so uncertain, and it's great to come out here where there's no pressure, there's no nothing. We can just skate, we can have fun, and that's really what we're hoping to do with the rest of the season.
Just playing an actual game against other people that isn't your teammates is pretty fun. Even if it's pond hockey, I mean, it's still awesome to have a competitive play.
We want to keep the kids as safe as we possibly can, but it's very important to all of our physical and mental well-being to get out and exercise and do things like it's normal.
And while this isn't all bad, you playing out here every day is something I would give my left arm to do. The East Side Stars are hoping that they'll be able to get back indoors and start playing competitively for this 2021 season. We'll let you know what happens with the MHSAA's decision. They're meeting on Friday. Reporting live in Hazlet, I'm Kellan Buddy, News 10 Sports. Someone pass it! Yeah!
The Michigan High School Athletic Association just released their updated winter sports schedule. This comes while they're still trying to figure out the revised fall schedule. News 10's Kellan Buddy is live in East Lansing with the details on what happened.
Yeah, Kylie, it was just 4 days ago. High schools were told they could practice this week with the new pilot program with the MHSAA working with the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services. Now they're going to have to wait another week. I'm joined now by the MHSAA's Executive Director, Mark Ewell. Mark, thanks for joining us tonight. Where did this miscommunication between the MHSAA and the MDHHS, where did this happen?
Well, I think what's important to understand is that this pilot program did not exist until Friday, and it only existed in conversations over the weekend, and only yesterday on Tuesday was the pilot program in writing. So we certainly tried to get the information that we could share with schools, and of course we shared with what we thought was the case. And when things changed yesterday, as the pilot program, those details got nailed down, we had to communicate with schools again. So that's just one of those things. A pilot program is always going to be changing and evolving. Our kids and our coaches have been ready for 5 weeks. but as we have since day one, we're going to follow the emergency orders, and nimble and flexible is the theme of 2020, and that's where we're at right now.
Yeah, definitely a lot of moving parts, and with these new details from the MDHHS, those practices are moving back a week, or at least until we get those tests and they can be administered. Are the games moving back about a week? Do you have any idea when the new game schedule might be released for football and the other sports?
So with Christmas hitting this week, obviously we've got a few days that are hard to be able to nail down when tests are going to be delivered, those kinds of things. So hopefully by this weekend we'll be able to communicate with our football schools of when that first practice date's going to be. Obviously with the delay, we're going to have to move back the competition dates slightly, but we'll see where things look like after Christmas.
Awesome. Well, thanks a lot, Mark, for joining us. Again, a lot of stuff happening with high school sports and the Michigan High School Athletic Association and the MDHHS. They're working hard to make sure those students can take the field again. Mark, thanks again. Reporting live in East Lansing, Kellan Buddy, News 10 Sports.
The Spartan men's basketball team now has a 2-game Big Ten winning streak, defeating number 15 Rutgers tonight just minutes ago by a score of 68-45. News 10's Kellan Buddy covered the game, joins us now live from the Breslin Center. And Kellan, the number 23 Spartans needed this win to stay in the top 25 of the AP rankings.
Yeah, David, that's right. I'm not going to say the Script State jerseys are a good luck charm, but they've worn them for the first time in a very long time, and I must say they helped get MSU their first conference win at home this year. That and a lot of hard work. You see Gabe Brown shooting behind me after the game. Michigan State not shying away tonight, playing a lot more aggressive than we've seen them, getting to the free throw line a lot more tonight. Freshman A.J. Holgard got his second start, and he backed up Izzo's decision with 6 assists. A lot of those very impressive if you watch those highlights later on tonight. Rocket Watts and Joshua Langford, they helped the Spartans with 11 points each. Also helped Rutgers, incredibly poor from the floor tonight, 35% from the free throw line and even less, 30% from the field. And it seems we've seen the return of Aaron Henry, the junior, scoring his second highest point total this season. That's 20 points. And have we seen the rise of Michigan State that we've been waiting for? Only time will tell. Reporting live at the Breslin Center, I'm Kellan Buddy, News 10 Sports.
All right, Kellan, thank you. Next up for the Spartans, Purdue, Friday night at
After 12 years at the helm of Lansing Catholic's football program, Jim Ahern is hanging up the whistle. Now, during that time, he's taken his team to the state finals games more than once, and he has the hardware to prove that. But that hardware, he says, isn't what he's most thankful for.
Oh yeah, I've been blessed with the kids that I've had. They just, they'll fight to the end. I remember when I first got the job, they said, "Are you going to try to start a tradition?" And my response to that was that they had tradition here already. And my goal was just to try to get us back at that same level.
Ahern brought the Cougars to state contention, always in the playoffs, never a team you wanted to play. The success he's had didn't come overnight. 53 years as a coach is a long time.
To have a program that's going to be successful, there really isn't any downtime.
But Ahern says he wouldn't have it any other way.
I've been really fortunate here. We've had tremendous support from the administration, and we've been fortunate to have some good kids.
Athletic Director Brian Wolcott says his successor has some big shoes to fill. He says Ahern always saw the big picture, what mattered most to his team.
If you ever had the privilege to be in that huddle at the end of a game, thank you. His prayer that he would say to the team was always so genuine, and it was right from the heart. And he would speak to things that you just wouldn't think about, oftentimes to the players that didn't get to play.
Ithaca coach Terry Hesbrook was one of Ahern's players and followed in his coaching footsteps after college.
Jim is one of the legends in all time in Michigan high school football coaching history. I feel blessed that I had the opportunity to play for Jim, to coach with Jim, to be his neighbor.
Hesbrook says Ahern taught him how demanding the job is. To both Hesbrook and Wolcott, Ahern wasn't just a coach. He was also a mentor and a friend.
We kid a lot, Jim and I, about me helping him break down film, which I know basically nothing about. In a very real way, he and I had the opportunity to talk quite a bit about leading young men, and I got the chance to watch that Will he be missed? Unbelievably. And missed on a personal level because he's an inspiration.
And you may be wondering what he's going to do with all of that extra time. I, of course, asked him. He says he wants to spend more time with his family. That includes going to see his grandson, Zach. Zach is a quarterback at Rockford High School near Grand Rapids. Ahern is going to be able to watch his senior season, and that's what he says he's looking forward to the most. Reporting live at Lansing Catholic, I'm Kellan, News 10 Sports.